video is in regards to job search, benefits, compensation packages, interviews, and all other relevant stuff. Let's say you are looking for a job. Best way to find a decent job would be obviously through what's called networking. Your friends, your relatives are the best sources of the information about openings at the companies where they worked and about additional information about those openings. Keep in mind that pretty often when you consider a new job, most of the people interested in just one thing. It's the number, how much they're gonna make. For example, my salary would be $50,000 a year, or $60,000, or $1,000 per year. I would like to point out that this approach is not exactly correct. You need to consider what's called compensation package, not just your salary, or not just the salary or wage which you are offered. What's the difference between a compensation package and salary or wage? Compensation package includes salary or wage plus benefits which this company offers you. And when we are talking about benefits, it may be, here in the United States, health insurance, it may be dental insurance, it may be vision insurance, it may be 401k or pension, it may be pet insurance, it may be vacation, holidays, sick days, it may be car allowance, it may be discounts, and so on and so forth. I would give you example. I had interview with one company. I was talking to a pretty high rank gentleman, and he said, well, we are offering such and such amount for salary. In salary we are offering this, we offering that. And I said, okay, what about benefits? And he said, oh, don't worry, we have very good benefits through such and such company. And he mentioned one of the most well-known insurers, health insurance here in New Jersey. I said, we were talking same language, meaning that we were on the same wave, so to speak. And I said, you know, I have degree in economics, and to me expressions like high, low, bad, good, fast, slow, kind of, you know, I don't understand those. I would like to know how much in dollars it would cost me per month or per pay period, this particular benefit. On top of that, I would like to know what kind of coverage I would receive for this amount. And he said, you know, I don't remember off the top of my head. I would let you know within several days. Okay, we shook the hands, and several days later he came to me, he pulled me aside and said, you know, you asked the question which I didn't ask, and it turns out that benefits over here are not the greatest ones. He said, I didn't expect that they would charge so much for health insurance. He gave me the numbers, and it turns out that even though company was not small, it was not recently established, it was not something nobody knows about, their compensation package in regards to benefits was not that great. They charged high premium their employees, and coverage itself was not the great, meaning that for example, I worked for one company where limit for this policy was $1 million, which means that I was covered basically for everything, whether it would be ER, which is emergency room, or ICU, which is intensive care unit. If I would have needed operation, $1 million would cover pretty much everything, maybe several times. So when you consider benefits, for example health insurance, you need to know first of all that it's provided, second of all how much you would pay per period, and third of all limits. Pretty often companies would say, yeah, you would start working and the human resources department would let you know about all of those numbers. If you have a job already, if you're looking for a better one, if you don't have bills which you cannot pay, and if you have option of choosing, you would like to pick this job offer or that one, compare everything, because in some situations it may be, for example, normally you would expect that company would provide health insurance. Some companies don't. You would expect that company would pay large share of premium for this insurance, and nowadays it's not always the case. So you need to compare, and you need to know in advance how much your health insurance would cost. For example, in some situations it may be that you basically wouldn't have health insurance through the company, meaning that you would have it technically, but you would have to pay, for example, 100% of premium or 80% of premium, which means you're basically paying for everything. Pension plan or 401k in the United States. 401k pension is something which everybody understands. You work for a company, and if company offers pension, then year after year you earn this pension. And for people who work at this company for 15, 20, 25, 30, 40 years, they would, when they retire, they would be able to receive pretty good chunk of money every month, pension. In United States there is a different way of retirement savings. It's called 401k plan, and what it means, company which offers 401k plan allows you deduct money of your paycheck, which means you would receive less money now. They would put those money on special, probably not brokerage account, but 401k account, and those money would be invested in stocks, for example. Normally, or on average, 401k plan would have about 15, 20, 25 options. It may be you may keep your money in stocks. You would be given options, for example, 15 investment funds. You can keep your money in cash. You can keep your money in, for example, something like CD. It's not exactly certificate of deposit, but something similar, meaning that your money would bring you money. Your money would earn interest, but it wouldn't be as great as, for example, what you could make in stocks. some companies